intervals. Now I'm doing it. I'm doing a collective reading, so I'm going to tap in to the energy of whoever it is that the guides want me to tap into, and then we're going to see what the guides want us to know with regards to your situation. All right. I know it's Sunday, and I understand that there's probably not going to be a lot of people coming here, and that's also okay. I haven't been here for a very long time, a very, very long time. Last time I came here, I had actually made a promise. The last time I was here, I had made a promise that I was going to do a Valentine's special with you, and you will get to join me and then ask as many questions as you want to ask about your own personal situation. And that was going to be so much fun. I was looking forward to it. But for whatever reason, literally five different things happened and made sure that I didn't come through for that. I didn't keep that promise. And it's like, even if I attended to one issue that was happening at that point in time, I still wasn't able to do this because there was still something else that I wasn't able to address, or that I was still dealing with. So there were still four other things, in fact. And then if I attended to uh, two things, there were still three other things. So there were a lot of things that just all happened all in one go that needed my immediate attention. And so as a result, I was not able to keep that promise. And so I even said to myself, I'm no longer going to make any promises here on this platform, because I make promises, then the next thing I'm not able to keep them, and then it comes across as if I'm not really serious about this, whereas I really am. But now I have to really be honest about the fact, honest with myself, I guess, and maybe with you, about the fact that, yeah, I'm going to be here when I'm able to be here, and when I'm not able to be here, I'm not going to be, and we'll just go with this as it comes. So let's see what the guides have in store for us. Let's see what the guides want us to know. We don't know whether this is going to be a reading or a general collective reading, or we don't know if this is going to be for a specific person or for a group of people. And then also, you'll know, I got Bambino here, and he's the Don Bambino. He's my boss, so if he says I must stop, I'm gonna have to stop. And you'll know I'm also working as well. I'm on duty as we speak. So I might, have to take a call or respond or something like that, because, you guys, you reach out to me, you do call, you do interact. And as such, I'm constantly having to attend to you. Right. So we got here Eight of Cups. All right. So this is a romantic deck. It's called Secrets of the Rose. So we've got Eight of Cups. We've got Eight of Swords. And then, oh, interesting. I'm shuffling this card. I'm not even going to take this back. We've got Queen of Cups. Um, I'm shuffling these cards and they're actually upside down. All right, I see some of y'all are talking here, and I will attend to your specific questions. I just dropped a card now. I need to pick it up. I'll attend to your specific questions once I've done at least a bit of some reading here, so that I'm not just focusing on one thing. Let me do just a little bit of reading, and then I'm going to attend to your questions. All right, so we've got Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and King of Wands. All right, Holy Spirit, thank you for your divine presence. Thank you for clearing out all negative energies in this space. Thank you that only the highest will of true God Creator prevails for myself, as well as all that are here and everyone else concerned. All right, let's see. Eight of Cups. Okay, So someone is walking away from something that has felt very restrictive, very oppressive. And this is, of course, something that they really did care about. All right. Something that they really, really invested a lot of their energies into. Something that you invested a lot of yourself into this. It was, you had made this, sort of like a pet project, and it's almost as if right at that point when you looked at that project and you thought, and here this looks like a romantic relationship, right? Looks like, so right at the end of all this investment that you made in this person, you looked at the person and you were like, oh, look at this person, they're nice and shiny, and this is all the effort that I put into the relationship that has got this person all glowing, all glowed up and everything. And then but yeah, right at that point is when you actually ended up having to walk away, because it looks like you were trapped by your 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 investment in that in the relationship. Everything, you poured yourself into it, and so because you had poured yourself into it, you couldn't let it go. But it was the type of cup or the type of cups that you needed to walk away from this relationship, according to what's been shown here. All right, let's quickly have a look here. What else is it that the guides want us to know about this situation? The Sun. All right. Three of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. The Fool. All right. Okay. So I see you retrospecting, introspecting, reflecting on what happened in this connection. All right. And so what, and you really, it's like when I'm looking at this, I'm getting a sense here that there's almost a part of you that feels like, I feel so silly for having had done this, or having had, invested so much of myself into this, and, into this other person. I could have done this, I could have done that, a little bit of maybe regret, I don't know. But yeah, it's like you feel silly for believing that this was something actually beautiful, with the Sun here. You really believed that this was something that was going to yield a positive results. This was a good and beneficial investment. But this person's priorities were spread out. So you were not this person's priority. There were other things that were more important than you. So it's almost as if this person, they were important to you, but you were not important to them. They had something else that they were focusing on. They had something that they were looking at. They could have had another third party. They could have had a third party. And the whole thing had so much potential. All right, this connection had so much potential. It looked like you and this person could do wonders together. All right, but ultimately, it's like you feel like, oh my word, what a waste. How silly I must have been to, invest myself in this person, and which is quite unfortunate. There was so much potential. You and this person, you were very happy. You were really, really happy. You, you really enjoyed, the connection was beautiful. But there were other things here that, and you could have even tried to hold on to the connection, because maybe there was some kind of a competition that you could have had with this other priority that this person had, whether it's a third party, or their career, or maybe some other people, or some other things that they had going on. It felt like you were losing out, or it felt like you were basically taking the loss or something like that, and you didn't want to take the loss. And you kept holding on, you kept holding tight to the connection, but eventually you felt like, no, you know what, let me just walk away from this. And you did walk away from it, and you walked away feeling silly about it. And then so we got the Page of Wands, we got the Ten of Swords, we got Death, and then we've got Six of Wands. All right, so with Page of Wands here, all right, Ten of Swords, and then Death. Oh. So you literally you are realizing now, as you are introspecting and reflecting, I'm going to be with you, all right. So I see you are talking, you are chatting there. I'm definitely going to be with you. I'm going to respond with you shortly. I'm going to read your chat and I'm going to respond shortly. And please keep it respectful. You know that if this does not resonate with you, you don't have to stick around, all right? And thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the support. All right, so we've got Page of Wands. So, what happened here is as you are busy reflecting and introspecting, you are realizing that, you invested in this prematurely. And so it taught you a lot about yourself, about maybe relationships, about life, about a whole lot of other things. And you also, maybe this is one of the reasons why you're feeling silly. You're realizing so much, or how much you actually did not know about the situation, all right. And how that you actually this this was actually quite detrimental to you. You gave a lot, and this was a big betrayal, all right. And of course, the whole thing, had to come to an end. But this is a blessing in disguise, all right. With the Six of Wands here. Okay, I see some of the visible. All right, so this is the so this is a blessing in disguise, all right. So ultimately you're going to see the benefit of why this thing had to come to an end, and perhaps the lessons that even came through it. So it's not such a nice experience to have, but yeah, eventually this is a victory. Basically, had you stayed in this connection, probably worse would have happened than, just looking at yourself and feeling, I shouldn't have done that. You might have probably stuck around in this connection, and ultimately, not even have the opportunity to regret, because some of these things, they are so dangerous that, you don't even get to live to tell the story, isn't it? So we've got Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Five of Cups, and Seven of Cups. All right. So this is what the direction that we are taking here in this connection. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands. All right. Five of Cups. Okay. Right, Seven of Cups. Okay, all right. So this is what's going to happen now. You are now taking a different direction for yourself, all right. So you are withdrawing your attention from, perhaps relationships or this person, or, and you are focusing on other things, other things that you feel that they are just as important in your life, and perhaps even more important than this person, or even relationships, romantic ones in general. You're focusing on other things and things that are important to you, and you are what's the word? You are mastering those things. You are developing your skills, your talents, your, basically you are investing in those other things. You are putting effort into those things, and you are making them work for yourself. And you are getting established in other areas of your life. You are getting a sense of stability. You are getting a sense of confidence as well. And you are recognizing and acknowledging yourself, and perhaps receiving recognition and acknowledgement from others as well, with regards to the fact that you're actually much more capable in life. And the nature of the connection does not really define you, whether the connection worked out or didn't work out, or it's there or it's not there. But it doesn't really define you. That's basically where you are, and or where you are headed towards, if you are not already there. And then the guides are showing here that as you are finding your footing in this new, reality that you are now going to be occupying, this person is going to come back. All right, this person is going to come back, and they're going to ask you to, take them back. They're going to ask you to forgive them. They're going to, plead with you for, what's the word, for reconciliation. All right, and if you buy into this, the guys want you to know that that would be a very big mistake. All right, because with the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of deception with what this. So it's almost as if this person, um, just because you are happy, they feel like, um, mm, I don't know. It feels like they feel like, when those type of people in relationships that, if they break up with you and you say, okay, fine, bye bye, and then you move on with life, then it feels like a pinch to them. It feels offensive to them. It feels like, okay, they can't be happy moving forward, because it's like, you are not supposed to be happy if I've left you. You're supposed to regret losing me, and then let me come back and, I don't know, maybe there's some trouble again, because this is a massive betrayal with the Ten of Swords that we saw there, and the Eight of Swords here as well. I mean, it speaks to a lot of problematic things that, you would have had to deal with in the connection. You understand? And the Three of Cups, so, and you put a lot of yourself into this situation, and it didn't work out, and so this person absolutely did betray you, because they did not appreciate or recognize you for, or even just, let you occupy the role that you were meant to occupy in their lives. All right, and so, the Seven of Cups, they're coming back with, a whole lot of, I'll call them PC cups. That's what this lady calls them. What's her name? Oh, Empress. I think it's Divine Empress or Empress TTT something something. Oh, why do I have to forget her? So she calls them PC cups, and absolutely, this person will be coming with PC cups. They'll be coming trying to offer you something, some kind of a connection, some kind of love, some kind of like, let's do this again and all of that. But all those things that they will be promising you, it's going to be an illusion. All right, so there's nothing there. Just like, with this connection, you invested in potential. All right, you invested in potential. It looked like something beautiful and something stable was going to come through with the Ace of Pentacles. It looks like, you were going to build a life together with this person, and it was going to be a long-term something. All right, that's how it looked, because, the two of you were happy and all of that, but there was nothing there. Because, if if this whole thing was really serious, as you had taken it, then this person wouldn't have done the things that they have done. They wouldn't have prioritized other things. All right, so do not fall for the return of the PC cups. Okay. All right, so let's see what is it that you are saying here in the chats. Let's see. But will I get admission in MADAV College, Chandingen? All right. I need to take my other tools for that. All right. Let me get my other tool for that one and see if I can answer your question. All right. I don't know, how real are some of these questions or whatever, but I'm just going to take it that you are sincere in your asking, and I'm going to also answer as sincerely as I can. And the guides are saying yes here to you. Ansha Saharan. All right. I do beg your pardon for butchering your names. I am a Swana speaking person. All right. So I don't know how to speak all the other languages. Okay. Okay. So my phone is struggling to move to scroll the chats, and I really need to scroll this chats because I wanna see what y'all are saying here. Will Daya come to see me tomorrow? Okay, a number. Okay, so this other person, I can't pronounce your name, but you're saying a number. I'm not sure what this means. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything here. Will Daya come to see me tomorrow? Let's see. Number 5. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure. Help me understand what you mean with all these numbers. All right. Help me understand what you mean with the numbers. So the guys are saying yes. Whoever this person is that's coming to see you tomorrow, the guys are saying yes. I see yes here. So let me know how it goes. All right. Let's see. Any other questions that you have there? Any other questions that you have? Anything that you would like to know? You're welcome. Kanesia, you're welcome. What's number 5? What's number 5, Kanesia? 91. What are all these numbers? Okay, I don't know if you are still here because the numbers of the views, they just keep changing, dropping, and going up. Okay, so oh, okay. Oh, news. Okay, oh, that's not the answer. All right. The number that you liked, people requested. Some people requested. Okay, all right. Okay. I think I sort of like get it, even though it's not 100%. But all right. Yes, number of likes. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the likes. We are now on 6. I really do appreciate that. Briannex. Thank you so much. Is it Briannex or Briannex? Thank you for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. May I ask, how does Tony feel about me currently? Thank you. All right, Briannex. And I really do appreciate that, yeah, the likes and subscriptions. Let's see how Brian feels about you. Just one moment. Briannex, let's do a quick reading for you. All right, we have a little bit of time here. Let's do a quick reading for you. This is not what I usually use. These are not the tools that I usually use when I do general readings for my clients when you call me. But yeah, I wanna see. Okay, let me just clear this cards. Okay, not very stable here because I got Bambino here. I got Bambino with me. All right, let's see what the guys want Briannex to know. Let's see the number that we liked the video. Some people requested yes. Thank you so much. All right, L6 Brianna. All right, Brianna. Okay. Okay, all right, King of Wands. Okay, this I'm gonna have to either change a deck, and I'm concerned about changing the deck because it's gonna take a whole lot of time. So let me just use my other tool, which is quite quicker. Let's see, how does this person feel about you? All right. So I'm not getting a positive signal for you, Brianna. All right. I really do apologize. I'm really sorry about that. You hear a baby and you love babies. No, that's so cute. Oh, all right. So I don't know. I don't know what's the nature of your connection with this person. I don't want you to really spill out your personal story here on a public platform. But I'm not getting a positive signal here about this person that you're asking about. All right. So I don't know if the two of you are in a relationship, and if it's, a long-term relationship, or this is still something new that is starting out. But the guides are showing me that this person, it's not even a matter of they think they are in love or anything like that. It's like there's no love. Oh, that's how they're showing it, and of course this could, I don't know, but that's how they're showing it, that so this there's no love there. And with there not being any love, they're saying, just beware. The person's intentions might be a little bit not so great as you would want to. And if you would want us to discuss more details, you're welcome to get in touch with me. My details are in the description box of the other videos. I'm not sure if they are on, they are not yet on this particular video, but they will be once I'm done with the live. All right, so we have 4 minutes left, and then 30 minutes time I'm going to not 30 minutes, 4 minutes time basically, I'm going to close. So let's see. Hi, new here, Rahu Verma. 7 men, what's coming towards me in next 20 days? All right. So I'm not going to do something thorough there because of time limitations, but oh, that's interesting. So this person is your ex, Brian ex. I wonder. Um, is this person trying to reconnect with you, or are you wanting? I wonder if this reading was about you, Brianna. You know that. I wonder if this reading was about you, because as soon as I started trying to do the reading for the second time for you specifically, then all these previous cards started, coming through. So I wonder, because is he trying to reconnect with you? Because if he's trying to reconnect with you, mm, I don't know. I wouldn't really do that. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, yeah. No, okay, that explains why there's no love there. Okay, all right. Okay, so you started connecting, but you stopped talking in March. All right, so let's see if this other person that was asking here, Rahu Verma, if there's any so there are some good things for you to look forward to in the next 20 days. All right. So let's see which direction. Okay, so they don't want to tell us from which direction. Maybe it's something that's going to be a surprise. Maybe it's hidden. Some of these things, believe it or not, as much as I'm a psychic, and I do readings and all of that, I do encounter a lot of instances where the guides don't want to give me information about people. And this is not because the guides are being mean or anything like that, but yeah, some things need to be protected, some information need to be protected, some things you don't need to know, even if they are good things. um Sometimes there are bad things, but generally some things you don't need to know about them. The guides don't want us to know about them, because if we know about them, then for whatever reason, I don't know if you've noticed that lately there are forces that are actually reading through your thoughts. That's why you are able to think about something, and then the next thing is on your phone, the next thing someone is talking about it, the next thing, something is happening that has to do with that thing that you were thinking about. So the monitoring is real out here, especially at this point in time. And so because of that, some things the guides don't really want that information to get into your mind, because as soon as it lands in your mind, automatically the other forces, the opposing forces of life, then have access to it. All right. But they're saying, the guides, that you have something positive to look forward to. So that's a good thing. So they just don't want us to know which direction will that be coming from. All right. Okay. Yes, yes, Rahul Verma. Yes, in a good way. All right. So it's a positive thing that you can expect, you can look forward to. So things are looking up for you basically in the next 20 days. That's what the guys are saying. They just don't want to say what in particular is going to be happening. All right. Alrighty. Okay, someone took their like from me. I there were 7 likes and now there are 6 likes. I don't know. Someone is not happy with what I'm saying. Someone doesn't like the fact that I can't say everything about everything. You're welcome, Rahul. It's a great pleasure. Um, yeah. Okay, so it has come back. They're like, I have to go now. If there's no question, if there's nothing, then I'm definitely ending the live. I really do appreciate your time. I appreciate you. Yeah, I would like to do this as much as possible, but I don't want to make any promises because, just as I've just mentioned now, sometimes you make promises, you say you're going to do this, and then the next thing, a whole lot of things come up and they're not able to do it. But definitely, as much as possible, I'd like to really show up here. All right. Thank you for the love and support, guys. Until next time. Bye bye. Yes, all the best. All the best, Rahul. All the best, everyone. Bye.